Floyd Money Mayweather. Ladies and gentlemen, chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit, bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that
they pray on my downfall. It's not gonna happen. But the thing is this, man. Don't go against me, ride with me. My thing is that I know how to win no matter. Trust. Every morning I get up in the mirror and I say, I say to myself, when I'm brushing my teeth, I say, you know what? Only person I can trust, that person right there. Because we all know we can trust ourselves. But we all always know somebody else is always gonna let us down.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is back in the spotlight, and not for the reasons he'd like. This time, the drama pulls in Stephen A. Smith, turning a private moment into a public spectacle. Not long ago, Mayweather dropped a surprising clip online, allegedly showing Stephen A. reaching out to him for financial help. Floyd didn't just post it, he used it as proof, claiming Stephen A. represents a wave of critics now circling him. In Floyd's view, these voices aren't random, they're targeting him because they think he's no longer untouchable. But the real story has moved beyond the clip itself. What started as a shocking reveal has turned into a bigger debate. Is Stephen A. genuinely throwing shade, or are the rumors about Mayweather's finances actually grounded in truth?
He owes a bunch of gambling debts. Floyd, okay? And he tried to plant fake news out here saying that he was in downtown LA giving out money, and then he was at the...
Talk about Floyd Mayweather Jr. facing financial trouble hasn't just appeared out of nowhere. It's being fueled by details that are hard to ignore. Court filings, ongoing disputes, and even some of Floyd's own business moves are starting to chip away at the flawless Money Mayweather image he built over the years. The center of the storm are several legal battles, all hinting that the massive fortune he once showcased might not be as secure as it seemed. One major example involves a lawsuit from a jeweler in Miami, who alleges that the boxing icon still owes more than $4 million for luxury pieces that were never fully paid off, and according to reports, that debt is still unresolved. These weren't ordinary purchases either. We're talking about elite watches, rare diamonds, and flashy items Floyd has proudly displayed across social media for years. But now, instead of symbolizing wealth, those same pieces are part of a growing legal fight, with the case continuing to unfold in court.
It's expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate...
And the situation doesn't end there. Over in Nigeria, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is dealing with another serious setback after a court ordered him to pay $2.4 million to Zenny Media Concept Limited. The ruling stems from a dispute where Floyd allegedly failed to honor a deal tied to a promotional appearance. According to the claim, he received a substantial payment to attend the event, but never showed up. Instead of fulfilling the agreement, he reportedly kept the money, which has now led to legal consequences catching up with him. T paints a troubling pattern, big paydays coming in, but commitments not being met. And now, the fallout isn't just local. It's spreading across borders, putting Mayweather under pressure on an international level.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local host in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Back in the U.S., Floyd Mayweather Jr. has also raised eyebrows with his business dealings, especially in real estate. He publicly celebrated what he described as a game-changing move, claiming he had secured a stake in a $10 billion office portfolio alongside 61 W companies. Floyd even shared photos online, presenting it as a major win and another sign of his financial dominance. But once reporters began digging deeper, the story didn't seem so clear. The specifics around the deal appeared vague, leaving many questioning how solid the investment really was.
My lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings,
When reporters dug into the paperwork, Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s name didn't appear as a major stakeholder in any of those properties. In fact, there was no clear trace of him in the official records that would support such a massive claim. That discovery quickly fueled skepticism. Many started to wonder if Floyd had overstated his role in the deal, all in an effort to protect the larger-than-life billionaire persona he's worked so hard to project over the years.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWV Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWV is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg bend. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5", some days 5'9", but
Adding even more confusion, Floyd Mayweather Jr. also claimed he bought 62 apartment buildings in Manhattan for an eye-popping $42 million through his company, Vita Properties. But once again, when records were examined closely, his name didn't show up anywhere in connection to those properties. That gap between claims and documentation has sparked quiet doubts within real estate circles. Some insiders believe the story may be exaggerated, or possibly not accurate at all, raising deeper concerns about what Floyd's true financial standing really looks like. And yet, despite all the questions, his lifestyle hasn't slowed down one bit. During Super Bowl 2024 weekend in Las Vegas, he reportedly spent over $1 million on a luxury suite. On top of that, he continues to drop massive amounts at elite stores, proudly showing off a watch collection said to be worth around $100 million, moving like everything is perfectly fine.
The person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still.
To his supporters, Floyd Mayweather Jr. still looks like the same old figure, bold, flashy, and unapologetically lavish. But to critics, the picture feels very different. They see someone trying hard to hold onto an image that may no longer match reality. Right in the middle of all this noise, Floyd hasn't held back. He's fired back at his critics, calling out figures like Stephen A. Smith, accusing them of envy and pushing negativity his way. Taking to Instagram, Mayweather made his stance clear, expressing frustration at how quickly people start doubting you, especially when they never expected you to succeed in the first place.
Floyd Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like
Floyd Mayweather Jr. didn't hold back when addressing the criticism. He pushed back against the narrative, saying people are quick to assume athletes will lose everything instead of evolving into smart investors. According to him, the expectation has always been style over substance, but he insists he's proving that mindset wrong. Floyd made it clear he's in control of his own path, building wealth through his own decisions and strategy. And if that makes people uncomfortable, he believes it reflects more on them than it does on him. In his view, many would rather question his success than acknowledge the growth behind it. He also pointed to deeper issues driving the negativity, things like bias, jealousy, and outdated assumptions about athletes and money. But Floyd says he refused to follow that script. He claims he put in the work, learned the game, and continues to invest with a long-term vision. Whether people support it or not, he's focused on creating a lasting legacy, and he wants critics to respect the grind instead of constantly trying to tear it apart.
Money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any. Floyd,
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from, not just.
Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s message comes across loud and clear. In his eyes, people aren't just questioning him, they're actively waiting to see him fail. He doesn't view the criticism as concern over money, but as something driven by deeper jealousy. From his perspective, the issue isn't about finances at all. It's about how he's perceived. Floyd sees himself not only as a legendary boxer, but as a sharp businessman who's being judged more harshly because he refuses to fit a stereotype often placed on black athletes, that they eventually lose their wealth. Instead of accepting that narrative, he's pushing back hard, presenting himself as proof that success can evolve beyond the ring, even if others are unwilling to see it that way.
One of the best investments that I did was New York real estate. So it started off with 7 figures, and I was getting a certain amount of money every month. When I first gave them $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. So I said, yo, The money kept coming on the 18th every month. 50,000 would come in. I still was competing. I still was fighting. I still was active, and I still was making.
But away from the headlines, the situation tells a different story. At one of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s gyms in Los Angeles, employees reportedly took to protest, claiming they hadn't received their pay for weeks. Videos quickly spread online, showing staff openly expressing frustration, adding more fuel to the growing doubts surrounding his financial stability. Because when workers are speaking out over unpaid wages, it becomes harder to maintain the image of unlimited wealth and control. Moments like these start to shift public perception in a major way. At the same time, alongside his bold real estate claims, Floyd has also been diving deeper into the crypto space. Recently, he's been promoting a digital coin known as a set, further expanding his business moves, but also raising new questions about where his focus really lies.
I mean, it's the new wave. It's what everybody's doing. And I started, of course I started with boxing, but then of course now it's real estate. My real estate portfolio is crazy, but I'm truly blessed. I'm truly blessed. And if cryptocurrency is the new wave, you know what? Be the best.
To push the promotion even further, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been offering fans perks like signed gloves and even championship belts to get involved. While endorsements have always been part of his brand, the sheer volume and style of these recent deals have raised eyebrows, with some seeing it as a sign he may be chasing faster cash flow, something that feels out of character for a man who once boasted about carrying millions in a backpack. And all of this only strengthens the arguments coming from voices like Stephen A. Smith, who has gone from being on good terms with Floyd to becoming one of his loudest critics. Floyd insists the backlash is driven by envy and resentment, but others see it differently. Stephen A. And similar critics aren't hating, they're pointing out a difficult reality. The belief is that Mayweather's financial situation may be under serious strain, and that the larger-than-life lifestyle he continues to display simply can't be maintained without a steady stream of massive earnings.